You don't have strings on you, or do you? Most people walk through life thinking they're free. But beneath the surface, through subtle suggestions, emotional pressure, and silent expectations, others pull their strings. They become puppets without realizing it. They nod when they should say no. They stay silent when they should speak up. They betray themselves to belong. The Stoics saw this trap over 2,000 years ago. They warned, if you don't choose your direction, someone else will. In this video, we're exposing how manipulation happens without your consent, and more importantly, how to break free. These are the 10 Stoic rules to stop being a puppet in anyone's hands. 1. Own your inner citadel. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The first line of defense against manipulation is mastering yourself. Most people believe they're rational, but they're often driven by emotion, fear, and ego. Manipulators know this. They poke your insecurity, stroke your vanity, and trigger your fear of rejection. The Stoic solution? Build what Marcus Aurelius called the inner citadel, a fortress of calm, clarity, and self-control that no one can breach. Before you react, pause. Before you agree, reflect. Before you obey, question. You stop being a puppet when you stop handing over your emotional strings to others. 2. Learn the power of the pause. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Emotional manipulation works because you react instantly, before thinking. That's what manipulators rely on, your impulsiveness. They want you triggered, off balance, and apologizing for things you didn't do. Stoicism teaches the sacred space between stimulus and response. When something provokes you, don't react. Sit in it. Breathe. Watch. This pause is power. It's where reason replaces reactivity. It's where you regain control of your mind. Puppets are jerked by immediate emotion. Stoics pause and decide. 3. Refuse the guilt trap. Seneca said, "No man has the power to have everything he wants, but it is in his power not to want what he doesn't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what he does have." Manipulators often use guilt. "After everything I've done for you, you owe me. If you cared, you would." This is an emotional leash, and Stoics cut it clean. True guilt only arises when you violate your own values. Anything else is just external pressure dressed as morality. The moment you live by someone else's emotional scoreboard, you surrender. Do not apologize for being unavailable. Do not feel guilty for saying no. Do not seek approval to live your life. Remember, a free person acts on principles. A puppet acts on pressure. 4. Recognize the bait. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Manipulators are hunters. They study you. They look for your needs, your wants, your weaknesses, and then they dangle bait. Compliments that aren't real. Opportunities that come with strings. Love that must be earned. The Stoic sees bait and chooses not to bite. Why? Because he isn't hungry for validation. He's anchored in self-respect. If someone flatters you too often, question their motives. If they gift you too generously, ask what they want. If they act sweet only when they need something, that's not kindness, it's currency. Stoicism trains you to observe patterns without falling for the performance. 5. Master the art of the strategic no. Epictetus said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." People who can't say no live on a leash. They say yes out of fear, fear of disappointing, of confrontation, of not being liked. But the Stoic knows, every yes is a contract, and every contract has a cost. If you keep saying yes out of guilt, you'll resent those you serve and hate the person you become. The solution: strategic, calm, respectful no's. Not, "I'm sorry, I just can't." not maybe later. But, no, that doesn't align with what I've committed to. Say it once. Say it firmly. Then move on. Boundaries don't need to be loud. They just need to be real. 6. Don't explain your standards. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Manipulators love to trap you into defending your standards. Why are you acting like this? You're too cold. Why can't you just be more flexible? This is bait. If you explain too much, you give them room to argue, negotiate, or guilt you into lowering your boundaries. The Stoic approach is different. Live by your code and let silence do the talking. You don't have to explain why you won't tolerate disrespect. You don't have to justify why you protect your time. You don't need permission to walk away from drama. Stop proving yourself to people who aren't committed to understanding you. That's how you reclaim your autonomy. 7. Question every emotional transaction. Seneca warned, "He who is brave is free." Freedom begins with self-awareness. Stoics challenge every emotional transaction. Am I doing this because I want to, or because I'm afraid not to? Am I acting from strength or submission? Am I being kind or being controlled? Manipulators often hide control inside love, help, or concern. But true love doesn't demand obedience. True help doesn't shame you. Real concern doesn't expect payback. The Stoic breaks the spell by asking, "What am I really trading here?" If your peace, your time, or your dignity is the price, you're paying too much. 8. Embrace discomfort over dependency. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Manipulators thrive on your discomfort intolerance. You'd rather comply than cause conflict. You'd rather please than be alone. But here's the Stoic truth. The fear of discomfort keeps you enslaved. If you can't sit in silence, someone will fill it with control. If you can't risk being disliked, you'll sell yourself to be accepted. If you can't handle rejection, you'll obey to avoid it. The Stoic trains himself to endure discomfort. Silence. Isolation. Rejection. Not because he enjoys it, but because it frees him from needing anything that can be used to control him. So, are you a puppet? Do others yank your time, your mood, your direction? If so, the Stoics aren't here to shame you. They're here to wake you up. Because freedom isn't found in rebellion. It's found in self-mastery. Stop seeking approval. Stop explaining your peace. Stop reacting to bait. Return to yourself. Act from principle. Guard your mind like a sacred temple. And slowly, quietly you'll feel the strings snap, one by one, until no one pulls you anymore. Because you've remembered. You were never meant to be a puppet. You were built to be free.